I think your songwriting has to reflect who you are, what you believe, your truths. They have to come through in the music. And my belief is that an audience can tell when you're being yourself, when you're being true to yourself, and when you're not. And I think it's better. It's always better. It's always more enjoyable. It always makes more sense when you feel like the artist is being themselves and what they're writing, what they're singing. If they didn't write it, what they're singing is true. So let's talk about point of view. Your point of view, what is your point of view? Part of it is just who you are. So you are a 70-year-old kid living in the suburbs and you're in high school right now. You might be dating someone. You might have grown up listening to whatever your dad and mom like to listen to. So part of your point of view is informed by that. Part of it's informed by what you're listening to now. So the stuff you find that's current, that's cool on the radio. You may be a big Billie Eilish fan. You may be a big Her fan. Whatever you are, like that's part of your point of view too. So you respond to certain kinds of music. Certain kinds of music appeals to you. Certain kinds of music speak to you, and feel like those artists know who you are and speak your language. So all of these things go into your point of view. And then part of it is just the story you're experiencing right now. So you may have gone through a tough breakup just now. So part of your point of view is in this moment, you're feeling pain, you're feeling loss, you're feeling longing, you're feeling insecurity, whatever that feeling is. You may be in love right now. So you're telling that story. I'm a father now, so I'm thinking about my kids and fatherhood sometimes when I'm writing. Not all the time, but like sometimes my point of view is informed by being a dad to two kids and thinking about the world I want them to live in. So your point of view is informed by all of these things, but part of it is a musical point of view. I think your musical point of view is the intersection of your influences and then what you are able to create and what your voice is able to do. So part of it could be you might love Stevie Wonder, but you can't really sing like Stevie Wonder and you don't really express yourself like Stevie Wonder. So maybe your point of view is not really Stevie Wonder point of view because you're not able to kind of voice that and channel that in a way that works. But you just love Stevie Wonder. But certain artists really do inform your point of view because you're like, not only do I respond to their music, not only do I love their music, but it sounds like something that I would love to create too. Sounds like something I would sound good singing, something that I would sound good playing. So I think all of that informs your point of view. Your point of view as an artist is formed by all of your experiences and your musical inspirations combined. And whether you're writing for yourself or for someone else, the more you clarify your point of view and write music from that singular perspective, the more likely the sincerity of your lyrics will break through the noise. When we think about the artists that we love, the artists that break through, they tend to have a point of view that really resonates with the audience. And not only does their point of view resonate with the audience, but it all works. It all fits. So the songs that they put out connect with who they are, connect with what they want to say to the world and what message they want to put out to the world. And there's an audience out there that wants to hear that and wants to feel that. Nina Simone said the duty of an artist is to reflect the times we live in. And I think, there's all kinds of roles artists play. So part of it is to reflect the times we live in. Part of it's to imagine a different future. Part of it is to tell stories that resonate with people, that connect with their lives and help them think about their own lives, but also just help you as an artist tell your own personal story and your own point of view. Art can help people fall in love. Art can help people think about love differently. Art can do a lot of things. And I think some of my music has been about helping people think about love differently, think about their relationships differently. Some of my music has been celebrating love, celebrating sensuality, celebrating romance. Some of my music has been specifically about imagining a better future where we are more free, more loving, more kind to each other, and where we come closer to equality and a more empathetic world. And music can do all sorts of things, art can do all sorts of things, but I think you have to have some sort of idea what you want your art to do. Some art is just for fun. Like, I love songs that make me dance and make me feel good and make life just more enjoyable. And sometimes it's not, some serious song about the state of the world, but it's just something that feels good, has a great groove, has a fun lyric, a clever lyric, and it makes me feel good when I'm driving in the car. So I think art can do all sorts of things, and I think every artist should have a sense about what they want their art to do, what they want to say, who they want to be in the world. But there are multiple things you can be and multiple things you can put out in the world. If you want to make people dance, if you want to make people feel good, that will guide the way you write the song. If you want to speak to a political issue in a way that's really inspiring and moving, knowing that as you're starting to write the song will help you write it more effectively. So if you want to write about love and do it in a way that communicates your personal feelings and some of the conflicts and the complexities that you're going through right now in your own relationship, if you want to do that in a way that communicates that effectively with your audience, makes them feel your struggle and also connect with your struggle, then you need to know that as you're starting to write the song, because it will help you think about what the lyrics should be to help both tell your story in a way that's specific and personal to you, but also in a way that connects with the universal themes that you're talking about. You can use your songwriting as a form of activism. If you're saying, how can I contribute? How can I be a part of something? And who knows what will happen with that song? But that's one way that an artist, that a songwriter can contribute to a movement. My activism was inspired first by reading. So I started by reading about civil rights heroes and abolitionist heroes in Black history in America who stood up and said, we need to change this country. We've been excluded for too long. We've been oppressed for too long. We've been denied our rights for too long, and we're going to do something about it. So they marched, they formed coalitions, they lobbied for legislation, and they made significant change, and I was inspired by them. I read about them. I chose to read about them. We would go to the library. I could pick out whatever books I wanted, and I chose to read about them because they inspired me. They made me envision what a meaningful life was. And I think every artist, every person can go through life looking for ways they can make the world better. And some of it may be in their day job, but some of it may be things you do outside of your day job where you can see problems that you want fixed. Maybe it's in your community. Maybe you see you have a homelessness problem in your community, and rather than just complaining because you don't like the aesthetics of seeing someone who doesn't have a home living on the street, figure out a way that you can do something about it. And art is part of that. It's not the only thing we can do. There are other things that are important to do, but I think art is an important way to respond to injustice and respond to pain and anger. Write something about it. That will help you and might help somebody else too.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours. It will be ours.
One of the things that happened when I wrote Glory, I wrote that song with Common, and we wrote it for a film called Selma. So one, we were inspired by Martin Luther King, inspired by John Lewis and everybody else that was marching with them for voting rights in Selma back then. Secondly, we were inspired by people who were marching in Ferguson during that time, mourning the death and protesting the death of Michael Brown at the hands of the police. Now, we were inspired by them. We wrote about their work, and then we made a song that in turn was used by activists marching for later Black Lives Matter rallies, and when we were protesting the death of George Floyd and other folks that are too many to name in this conversation. Glory was the soundtrack for a lot of people marching. So, did we make political change happen by writing that song? I don't know if we did, but we certainly inspired people. We were a soundtrack for people, and we wrote the songs inspired by the activists. Before we dig deeper into Glory, I want you to think about your musical point of view. What style of music do you listen to? What style of music would you like to make? Do you want to make music that's influenced and inspired by those artists you love? Who are you writing for? What do you want people to feel? What do you care about? And what do you want your songwriting to do? Try to answer these questions and then continue on with the class.